The story took place near a top university in Boston. A young man with incredible talent yet a closed-off heart switched between being a janitor and a math genius. It wasn't until a psychology professor came along that he finally faced his past and fears, but no matter what, he followed Sean's advice and took the first step onto campus. Unfortunately, he still had an assignment to finish. They agreed to meet the next day. But Will couldn't wait. He finished Skylar's assignment as fast as he could and returned it to him. "I couldn't wait till tomorrow." "Where the hell did you get this?" "I had to sleep with someone in your class to get it." "Oh, hope it was that guy with the open-toed sandals and bad breath. Haha." Skylar asked about Will's family. To hide the fact that he was an orphan, Will lied and said he had 12 brothers. Skylar wanted to meet them, and Will had no choice but to go along with it. In a recent session, Will asked Sean what life would have been like if he hadn't met his wife. Sean deliberately misunderstood, asking if life would have been better if he hadn't met Will. Sean took the question seriously and gave a meaningful answer. He stood up and vividly recounted an important baseball game. His excitement was contagious, and Will remembered that legendary match too. But what Sean said next shocked Will. He had originally bought tickets to that game, but because he met his wife that day, he chose to skip it entirely. "You're joking, right?" "No, that's why I don't talk about some girl I saw 20 years ago or regret not going to talk to her. I don't regret the 18 years I was married to Nancy. I don't regret giving up 6 years of counseling when she got sick. I don't regret the last years when she was really ill. And I sure as hell don't regret missing a game. That's what regret looks like." Ridiculous. Sean's perspective on life impressed Will completely, bringing them closer than ever. Will's work at MIT went smoothly. The math problems that stumped everyone else seemed easy in his hands. Seeing Will thrive, the professor approached Sean, hoping to discuss Will's future and plans. Many opportunities that needed Will's talent were waiting. Sean thought it wasn't the right time yet. The professor was impatient, wanting Will to show his skills quickly. Sean firmly opposed this, but the professor had already set up a job interview. What he didn't expect was Will sending his best friend to go instead, while he went out on a date with Skylar. The next day, the professor questioned Will's latest solution. Will just said it was correct. When the professor learned Will hadn't gone to the interview, he expressed frustration, feeling that all his efforts had gone unappreciated. Angry, Will fired back. "A little appreciation? Do you have any idea how easy this is for me? You have no fucking idea how simple this is. This is a joke. I'm sorry you can't do it, otherwise I wouldn't have to sit here and watch you fumble it." Then he burned the solution, tossing it to the ground like trash. The professor lunged, unable to watch the precious work go up in flames. He often wished he had never met Will, so he wouldn't feel so small, but the bigger regret was Will wasting his talent. Skylar wanted Will to go to California with her, but Will, insecure, feared it was just a spur-of-the-moment thing. Skylar loved him and wanted to step into his world, but Will kept her out. She asked about those 12 brothers. Will went silent, ready to leave. "No, you're not leaving. What do you want to know?" "I don't have 12 brothers. I'm an orphan. You don't want to hear this. You don't want to hear that I got burned with cigarettes as a kid. You don't want to hear that someone stabbed me. You really don't want to hear any of this." "Skylar, don't say you want to hear it." "I do, because I want to help you. Help me." "Do I have 'save me' written on my back?" "I just want to be with you. Don't lie to me. I love you. Don't lie to me. I want to hear you say you don't love me, because if you say that, I won't call you again. I won't be in your life anymore. I don't love you." Skylar's love almost broke through Will's defenses, but he was afraid of losing her and ran away again. Will went back to see Sean. Sean asked if he had a soulmate. Will mentioned the great minds who had passed, but clearly he didn't. Sean pushed him to take the first step, to face what he truly wanted. Sean understood that Will went to MIT, not just to clean, but driven by something inside. When Sean asked what he really wanted to do, Will dodged, saying he just wanted to be a shepherd. Sean stopped wasting words and walked him out. Will shot back angrily. "Look at you. You burn out. Where's your soulmate? Dead? She's dead. So you gave up life? You lost a big hand. Some people lose a big hand and still try again. You ask me what I want to do. You can't even answer a simple question, because you don't know. Goodbye. Screw you. You're the shepherd. I'm here about the position. I like you, Sean. Thanks, Will. Does this violate the patient-doctor thing?" "Only if you grab my ass. Thanks too. Good luck, kid. Happy birthday, Will. If the professor calls about the job, just tell him I went to see a girl. This bastard stole my life." Then, Sean broke down Will's walls completely. He stopped resisting the job the professor lined up. He began to embrace his talent. "I'm here about the position." Sean's guidance was wrapping up. Will wanted to stay in touch. Sean was fine with that, but he was about to go traveling for a while. He left his number with Will. They hugged goodbye. I like you, Sean. Thanks, Will. Does this violate patient-doctor rules? Only if you grab my ass. Good luck, kid. On Will's birthday, his friends gave him a beat-up car they had modified themselves. Happy 21st, Will. A few days later, Sean packed for his trip. Will drove downstairs, slipped a note into the mailbox, and left. Chuck came by as usual to pick him up for work, but the door didn't open. The house was empty. He realized Will was really gone. Sean came downstairs and saw the open mailbox. Inside was a note. If the professor calls about the job, just tell him I went to see a girl. Will finally made his choice. He went to chase the life he truly wanted. The story ends here. Some people spend a lifetime healing their childhood. Some people, the moment they're understood, learn to make peace with the world. If it were you, would you choose a safe, gifted life, or risk it all for love? Drop your answer in the comments. Answer.